I guess what they're trying to say is 2026 feels more like 2016. So one of my clients actually told me that, it's like, yeah, because we were talking about goals, and I was telling her about, the whole idea of, can I live this double life, blah, blah, blah. She's like, well, 2026 is now 2016. I was like, what? Repeat that. She's like, well, like whatever you were going through in 2016, you're going to repeat it again in 2026. I was like, whoa. Okay, so 2016, I was so busy. Of course, I was working on music. I had some distractions. I had two distractions, two male distractions. And I think that was the wake up call to say we're not doing distractions. We're focusing. We're having tunnel vision of what we had to do. Because of course I had the music going on, and I had like 8 jobs. I had 8 jobs to sustain what I wanted to do with the music. Because when you go to the recording studio, when you have mixing, mastering, that stuff costs. And I'm pretty sure, at the time as a new artist, people were playing like, oh yeah, it would have been $95. Now I realize like it's, what, $95 an hour for like a good studio. They were like charging me $250 an hour. I'm like, bruh, I didn't know. But as I'm saying, I was working so much so I can provide all of these things to pay for all these things for my artistry. And I just want you to think about that. Like wherever you were, 2016, you need to think about where you were and how you can avoid whatever you were doing. So for me, it was definitely, I was working too much in a field that wasn't serving me. I mean, it was serving me to pay my bills, but it wasn't serving me in the long term as far as like growth of who I wanted to be as an artist or who I wanted to be as a business person. So I don't want to do that. And then secondly, I had two distractions, two male distractions, and 2016, whatever, who cares, right? That was a different time. I'm a different person now. I've grown so much now. But I'm not going to just be letting anybody into my circle who is trying to pull me down into a different level that doesn't feed me, as far as like growth and development as a person in general. So, and then what else was 2016? 2016 was fast. That's what I remember, being super fast. I remember meeting a lot of celebrities that time. And I remember turning down a lot of celebrities. Like they wanted me to be in their music videos, and I was turning them down because I had to go to work. Wow. So I'm not doing that this year. And I hope you don't either. That's your message of the day. 2026 is 2016. We're repeating it for those of us who didn't get it right the first time. Bow. See you later.